Many different terms relate to digitization, digital transformation, and the like. So let's get some clarity on the terminology. First, digital. Digital comes from the Latin word digitus, the finger. So digital relates to calculation with discrete units, like discrete fingers for counting. Typically you have binary digits, zeros and ones, but it's not restricted to that. It's any discrete units, which you would call digital. Next we have the term digital technologies. Digital technologies are combinations of information computing, communication, and connectivity technologies based on calculation with these discrete units. Obviously it needs to be these discrete units for having it digital, but then you see with this information computing, communication, and connectivity technologies, this is a whole range of different technologies to consider under the umbrella term digital technologies. Next we move to the term digital technologies and media. What we mean with that is the totality of all electronic devices. This means all hardware and all applications, meaning all software, that use information in the form of numerical codes, as with digital usually the binary codes, and it includes the totality of all media in the sense of means and channels for general communication in society, that are encoded in formats that can be processed by these devices and applications. Why do I talk about digital technologies and media as a summary term here, and why this complex definition? Well, digital technologies can be divided in two categories: those that interact with people directly and those that do not directly interact with people. In the former, with the direct interaction with people classically interact with corresponding technologies via digital user interfaces, or more recently via voice and gesture input. Thus, these are not only digital technologies, but also digital media. Certain digital technologies are used specifically for communication between people, learning, and entertainment. All media that makes this possible now and in the future are digital media based on digital technologies. In this respect, a distinction between digital media and digital technologies does not appear to make sense. The umbrella term digital technologies and media thus classically includes personal computers, office software, the internet, social media, embedded systems in automobiles or in household appliances, cell phones, tablets and smartphones, high-definition television, digital images and videos, text and audio files and the like. In addition, if we think about more novel technologies, we see artificial intelligence, cognitive computing, autonomous systems, effective computing, wearable computing, the Internet of Things, intelligent robot, anthropomorphic assistant system, 3D printing, virtual, augmented and mixed reality, which have recently been included in the list of digital technologies and medias. Digital technology and media are thus fundamentally different from non-electronic, meaning mechanical, devices, analog electronic technologies, for example, analog amplifiers, filters and mixers, radio broadcasting if it's analog and the like. It's different from print media such as printed books, newspapers and magazines, and other traditional or analog media such as physical images, films and tapes. This list of digital technologies and media which I just provided shows you that in the course of digitalization, the boundary between technology and medium, especially from a user side, is hard to draw. The boundary blurs. Thus, we often talk about digital technologies and media as a summary term for not making this somewhat meaningless distinction between technology and medium. Let's continue with some more terminology. Digitization. Digitization is the technical process of converting analog signals into a digital form in these countable numbers. You have to distinguish digitization from digitalization. Digitalization is a manifold socio-technical phenomena and processes of adopting and using digital technologies in broader individual, organizational and societal context. Digitalization is the more interesting part. It's not only the technical part, but it's the socio-technical part. It's the change of our society, our economy, our individual lives, which includes us humans as social beings, not only the technical part of digitization. Finally, we have the term digital transformation. Digital transformation is organizations' managed adaptation as they capitalize on digital technologies to change business models, improve existing work routines, explore new revenue streams, and ensure sustainable value creation. So if a company, an organization changes, and this is a managed adaptation, then we would call it a digital transformation. If it's an unmanaged adaptation, an evolutionary adaptation from external forces, which is not internally managed by the organization, then this would still be a process of digitalization, but not of digital transformation.